Hello everyone, good morning. Hope you enjoyed learning useful tips and tricks for OET, IELTS and PT exams through over 300 videos on my YouTube channel. More than 12,000 students have achieved their desired scores after receiving my courses. If you find my videos helpful, please like and share them with your friends, colleagues, WhatsApp and Telegram groups. Also, write your comments and subscribe to my YouTube channel. To get more benefits, please click the join near the subscription icon and follow the instructions or use the link in the description section of my videos to become a member. If you become a silver member, you will be able to access all the exclusive members only videos by paying only $5 per month. It's going to be approximately 250 to 300 Indian rupees per month. If you become a gold member by paying $14.99 per month, which is going to be approximately 750 to 800 Indian rupees, you will be able to access all the members only videos, plus you will be able to receive 10 sets of test materials for IELTS, OET and PTE exams. If you would like to become a platinum member, you can do so, for which you will be able to get the free assessment for 2 speaking and writing mock tests, and then there is an assistance with the 2 full reading and listening tests. You are going to be charged at $79.99 per month, which is going to be approximately 4,000 to 4,100 Indian rupees. To increase the chance of passing your OET, IELTS and PT exam in one attempt itself, please contact me at steve@ucaneenglishttutoring.com or +61 468 480 which is my mobile as well as WhatsApp number. In return, you will get the free correction of your first letter, first essay, and first speaking mock test to help you find your weak areas. I'm going to assess one of my students' role play conversation and provide the word by word feedback along with the feedback against each criteria before I conclude with the expected score for this role play. Let us start the assessment now.
Good evening. I am Joycey. I am one of the registered nurse in this community health center.
Okay, so one of the registered nurse is incorrect. We need to always use a plural noun after one of. Okay, so it should be, I am Joycey. I am one of the registered nurses. That's the correct way of telling the sentence. Let's go through the next one.
How may I address you?
Good evening, sister. I'm Shubha. You can call me Shubha.
Okay, Shubha. May I know what is the reason for your visit today?
Yeah, sister, I have this breathing difficulty sometimes and some sort of chest pain.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. May I know more about your problems?
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay. You were able to use the sympathetic phrase, but there was a long hesitation. There was a long hesitation noted between 2 sentences, which could have been avoided. All right, that is one of the major issues in speaking. We should give pauses between 2 sentences or within one sentence if there is a list of items or if there is any comma, when we have to write down the sentence. But when we have to speak about 2 sentences, we shouldn't give a long pause between those 2 sentences. It is not good. Try to minimize the pauses and then use only 1 to 2 seconds, to give a pause in between. All right, let's continue.
Yeah, this is some sort of pain, sister, sharp pain in my chest. And when it occurs, I'm unable to breathe. Really, it's really difficult.
Okay, don't worry. I'm here to help you. How long it lasts?
This
How long it lasts? Okay, let's say how long it lasts. Okay, this is wrong. You should ask how long does that last? Does that last? This is going to be the correct way of asking the question. How long does that last? Let's go to the next one.
breathing difficulty, sister, this when it occurs, it lasts about 15 to 20 minutes, I suppose.
Okay. Have you had this before?
No. This is my first time.
Okay, I certainly understand your situation. Um, may I know what is the possible triggers of these symptoms?
Okay, when you asked the question, you said the may know and blah blah blah, and then there was a quite silence, isn't it? That's not good. So please do not give long pause between two sentences. That's not good. Okay, give only the short pause of say 1 to 2 seconds. This can affect your score tremendously. That's not good. Let's continue now.
I think I'm anxious about my exam. As you know, I'm in my last year of the school. So I have my exams coming in about 2 months. I'm always thinking about that. I'm very stressed about that, sister.
Okay, I'm really concerned about your symptoms.
Okay, we shouldn't say about your, and then there's a long pause as well, and then symptoms. This is not good. You shouldn't give a pause unnecessarily within a sentence. If there is a comma after something, for example, your symptoms and then treatment, then you can give a small pause. For example, you can say, I'm really concerned about your symptoms and its effects, okay, and their effects. So that's all right, but this one is not required, okay? Long hesitation within one sentence is not good. That can affect your confidence levels and you won't be able to score well in the real OET examination. I'm sorry to say this. Let's continue.
Don't worry, it is normal for all students. Every students, it's common for before exams.
Okay, every students, whenever we use every, it always requires a singular noun. For example, every student, everyone, everybody, every trainer, every child, so whatever you gotta use. So it's gonna be every student. Okay, don't use every students. That's wrong. Otherwise, you can say all students. All goes with the plural now. Okay, so that is all right. But every goes only with the singular now.
I would like to tell you some recommendations. May I proceed, Shubha?
Yeah, sister, sure.
Okay. Firstly, try to go to some quiet space. It will be helpful to try to calm yourself.
Okay.
Um, and then, secondly, you
You don't need to say and then secondly. All right, that's not good. And the other thing is, when you have spoken these kinds of connecting phrases, they sound a bit unnatural. Okay, so that could have been avoided. So you have spoken in an unnatural way. It's better to speak, naturally. Even if you commit some mistakes, it is acceptable as long as you address at least most of the, assessment criteria very well. Okay, let's continue now.
can visualize some peaceful places like beach or park. Are you following me, Shubha?
Yeah, okay, sister.
Thirdly, um, I would like to advise.
Okay, unnecessary pauses again. Were noted. It's better to speak, together when you have to speak a sentence. All right, unless there is a list of things and there are commas within the sentence, you should not give pauses. Let's continue.
Advice to you some health habits like um, you can sleep 8 hours in the night and try to take adequate.
Okay, you have said like, and then there was a long pause. That's not good. Avoid the long pause, please. That doesn't make sense. Okay, under pronunciation, your score will be affected dramatically. Please be mindful about this and try to avoid those hesitations.
Rest. After that, you can eat healthy foods.
Okay, let's say healthy, and then there's a pause. and then healthy foods. Right, false starts need to be avoided as well. You have to avoid the false starts. False starts are the one where you start a sentence with a few phrases and then you're not satisfied with those phrases. You go back to the beginning of the sentence and you started using different phrases or the same phrases. Okay, and that's not good. You are not completing the existing sentence before you're going back to the beginning of a sentence. So that's not good. So you have to start a sentence correctly and finish it up, all right, before you can start speaking about the second sentence. All right, let's go to the next one.
Okay,
It will
sister.
it will be helpful to overcome this anxiety.
It's not anxiety, anxiety. It should be, this one is mispronounced, unfortunately. You shouldn't mispronounce it by saying anxiety. It's not anxiety, but it is anxiety. Anxiety. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one.
Sister, I have a doubt. Is this not any other health issue I'm having?
No, it's not a big.
It was a very long pause. These things can affect your scores tremendously. Please do not give long pauses within a sentence or don't take too much time to respond to the patient's concern or questions. It's better to start answering the questions as soon as possible, maybe within 3 to 4 seconds itself. All right, let's continue now.
Issue. It's common for all students. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
If you're still worrying these symptoms, try to do some deep breathing exercises. Um, it will be helpful for your. It will be helpful for.
Okay, you're saying it will be helpful for your, and then you said the same thing. It will be helpful for your. Unfortunately, the first part, okay, when you say it will be helpful for your, this is an incomplete phrase, and that's not good. You will be penalized whenever you speak incomplete phrases under grammar as well as under pronunciation. Your score is going to be dramatically affected. So please ensure that you complete the sentence first and then you go to the next sentence. You can say it will be helpful for your condition. That's it. Say something to finish up the sentence, then you go for the next one. If you want to add more, you can also say, for example, also it would be helpful to da 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 da. So whatever you want to say, you can use that. Okay, so false starts need to be avoided. It's very important that you avoid this. You need to be a bit mindful about this. Okay, whenever you speak, try to finish the existing sentence. Try not to go to the next sentence without completing the first one, please. It will affect very badly. Okay. All right, let's continue.
Or overcome to your anxiety.
For overcome to your anxiety. Okay, let's say for overcome to your anxiety. One is the spelling, the way you pronounced anxiety is wrong. It is anxiety. Okay, that's one thing. And then you cannot say for overcome to your anxiety, because overcoming doesn't need any prepositions. Okay, so you should say for overcoming your anxiety. That's it. Or to overcome your anxiety. Any of them would be all right. Okay, let's continue now.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, yeah. Can you teach me about this deep breathing exercises?
There is again a long pause. There's a long silence. That's not good. Was observed. Long silence was observed after hearing the patient's question. That's not good. You can take up to 3 to 4 seconds. Okay, that is absolutely fine. You can think about something, or you can start with the sentence. You just say something, for the sake of something, or you can also comment on the question as well. For example, you can say, oh, that's an interesting question. Yeah, that is a relevant question. Yeah, I understand where you come from. So you can use those kinds of phrases, to fill up the gap. Then in the meanwhile, when you're telling these sentences, in the meanwhile, in the back of your brain, you have to think about the next sentence. So that is a good strategy to deal with. All right. Okay, let's go through the next one. It's not good. Still,
You can do some.
still, she's taking time to answer this question. That's not good. See, if you are idle for more than 5 seconds, it is not good. It is going to affect your oral fluency, and it's not a good idea to do that. All right, let's continue.
Inhale and exhale.
Okay. So you want me to do this whenever I feel anxious?
Yes.
Okay, sister.
Okay. As I told you before, um, I would like to summarize you my suggestions.
Okay, I would like to summarize my suggestions. Use either. Okay, use either the or my and not together. I would like to summarize my suggestions, or I would like to summarize, or to summarize. You can straight away go to summarize, or in summary, or to conclude, overall, in short, or in brief. You start these kinds of phrases, when you have to start the conclusion. Let's continue now.
Whenever you are feeling anxious or nervousness, that time you can do.
But you said whenever you're feeling, okay, whenever you're feeling anxious and nervousness. Okay, you have used an adjective here and then a noun. That's not good. When you have to say whenever you're feeling, you can use maybe the noun. Whenever, otherwise, adjectives. Both of them must be in adjectives, or both of them must be in the noun form. So you can say whenever you are feeling anxious or nervous. That's good. That's it. Or whenever you feel anxiety or nervousness. Okay, that is good, because you use either the noun or the adjective, but not them together, and you can't connect them using and. That doesn't make sense. That's one of the worst errors that you can commit in your speaking. All right, let's continue now.
Deep breathing exercises, then go to quiet spaces or visualize some gardening like that. Is that okay with you, Shubha?
Yeah, sister. Okay.
Okay, so that's done. So this role play conversation has been abruptly finished, unfortunately, but I can certainly understand that the student has performed this role play in a noisy environment, which is not good. I would strongly recommend you guys to perform the role play when you are in your room, and in a peaceful environment. It is going to help you out, to perform well. Otherwise, you may be panicked, about the environment, and the other people may be creating lots of noises in the rear as well. So it's not that good. Okay, but I just would like to give the feedback here. Connectivity is not up to the mark. Although you used some connecting phrases, you didn't use them properly. Okay, that's one thing. Vocabulary could have been much better as well. Grammar is not good. Pronunciation is not that good at all. Not that good. Because you have used a lot of background noises and false starts along with the hesitations. So these things can damage your score tremendously. Please stay away from these things. All right. False starts, background noises, long hesitations were committed frequently. That's not good. It can damage your score under the pronunciation. Okay, so please be mindful about this. You were unable to establish good rapport with the patient. It's not good. You were unable to show sympathy towards the patient. You were unable to address the concerns as well. So the patient's concerns were not addressed. Not addressed properly. It is highly recommended that you practice, when you're in a quiet place, please. Okay. What else? Pronunciation is not that good. So these are the things you have committed. And according to me, let me go through the feedback first before I can give you the score. So you have committed so many mistakes, including the grammar mistakes, background noises, the use of nouns and verbs, articles. They are not really good. And then you have committed lots of long pauses, unnecessary pauses, and the pronunciation isn't good as well for some of the phrases. So according to me, looking at these mistakes and your hesitation to speak, I would be able to give you the maximum of 300 out of 500 only for this role play conversation. I'm sorry that I'm unable to give you B grade for this role play. But if you can address at least some of these mistakes, you may be able to improve your score and reach 350 out of 500 easily. The first step before your success in any subtest of the OET examination is to understand your problem areas. You need to firstly understand what kinds of mistakes you're committing, whether it is speaking, writing, listening, or reading. You need to understand that first. And then accordingly, you have to work out. Use a range of strategies in order to overcome your current problems. And I hope you will be able to pass in the upcoming OET role play conversations. Thank you so much. Take care.